Money skills that will set you up for early retirement. Ah, retirement. What comes to mind when you picture yours? Long strolls through the park? Taking art classes at the community center? Traveling across the globe? Or does retirement seem like an impossible feat at this point in your life? Believe it or not, certain money skills can help you retire, not just someday, but early. How does early retirement sound to you? First, let's review the what, why, and how of early retirement. The what. Let's make sure we're clear on the definition of early retirement. Rather than not working ever again, early retirement now means that you don't have to work for money any longer. You can choose to keep working if you'd like, but you're not dependent on your salary to pay for expenses or save for the future. The why. At its essence, early retirement means you pivot from work that you have to do and instead do the work you want to do. Maybe you take a part-time job at an animal shelter because that's your passion. Perhaps you start a side hustle for fun because you always wanted to try it. Early retirement means spending your time actively, doing the work that you love. Forget the antiquated idea that you quit working entirely the day that you retire. Forget that cliche idea of sitting by the window staring at the kids walking by and angrily shake your fist when they get too loud. That retirement lifestyle is out. Working the way you want to, when you want to, how you want to, is in. The how. So, where to begin? How do you go from the 9-to-5 grind to a life of financial freedom in such a short time? Turn up your hearing aids and button your sweaters, folks. Here are the money skills you need to set yourself up for early retirement. Skill number 1, start now. Okay, you'll probably think to read all the books, search all the websites, and pick all the brains of your financially savvy friends. While that's all well and good, time is passing, and passing fast. Start putting away some money now. Go ahead, log into your bank account and flip some cash into your savings account. There! You just took your first step towards early retirement. While this first point is not a skill, time is the most valuable factor, even though it's fleeting. The earlier you start, the better. But there's no time like the present, even if you haven't started yet. Start now, so while you do the rest of your preparation, you're already accumulating wealth. Skill number 2, financial literacy. We put a lot of time and effort into our education for work. Whether that's higher education or on-the-job training, we invest in that education because it's worth the long-term payoff. Educating yourself on personal finance and financial planning should have the same level of importance. Financial literacy is vital for early retirement because you need to have a financial plan. While there are people who can help you with the big picture stuff, you need to have a handle on the basics to make educated choices for yourself. Don't get me wrong, you don't need a degree in accounting or finance to make that happen. You just need to understand the fundamental principles of money and understand terms like ROI, inflation, compounding, or net present value. Skill number 3, frugal living. We live in a social media storm of influencers, ambassadors, and straight up show-offs if we're being honest. Our culture teaches us that you don't need to be wealthy. You just need to look the part if you want to get ahead. Breaking this stigma is crucial to your retirement success. Early retirement and achieving financial independence is a long-term game that doesn't make you the flashiest person in the room by any stretch until later in life when everyone else is chained to their desk jobs. Embrace the idea that you will go without luxury for the next while and prioritize your income. That means way more saving and much less spending. A great way to slash your expenses is to take a hard look at the big 3: food, housing, and transportation. To cut back on food, prepare meals at home and limit your eating out expenses. Buy in bulk and try not to buy expensive cuts of meat. To cut back on transportation costs, stick with used, reliable cars or consider using public transportation to get to and from work. Finally, reduce your housing expenses by downsizing or getting a roommate to help reduce your rental costs. Spending money is not the way to gain wealth and financial independence. When it comes to expenses, Identify your needs, limit your wants, and hang on to as much of your income as possible. Skill number 4, learn to automate your wealth building. There is a lot to consider when you aim for early retirement. You've got to deconstruct your spending, save your money, start investing, learn your retirement options. I get it, you're just one person. Luckily, there are ways to automate your wealth building. Check into your employer's 401k options first. Do they have a matching program? If so, start contributing the maximum amount that they will match. Most companies can automatically deduct it from your paycheck so that you don't even have to think about it. Need to tuck some money away in your savings account? You can set that up through your online banking system or have your employer automatically deposit a set amount into your savings account as well. Make as many payments, savings, and investments automated as you can so you can stick to a wealth building strategy without a second thought. Skill number 5, create a passive income. Let's keep talking about easy stuff. To retire early, you're most likely going to need a second or third stream of income. However, just moonlighting at a restaurant is not the best way to achieve your financial goals. What you need is a viable source of passive income. Passive income takes many forms. If you love to write, try your hand at blogging and affiliate marketing. Try building an e-commerce website or reselling some items on eBay. Do you have some extra space in your house? Consider renting out a room or listing it on Airbnb. And of course, investing your money in stocks is always an option too. Just aim for a set it and forget it mentality for your additional sources of income. Skill number 6, learn to plan your mortgage. We're not going to touch the rent versus own battle. There's not enough time in the day to unpack that one. However, if you are paying a mortgage with the hopes of paying off your house someday, dive into the details of your mortgage payments. The standard length of time for most mortgages is 30 years. 30 years! That's practically your entire working life. And if you want to cut back on living expenses, a mortgage payment is a massive chunk of those expenses. Rather than accept the 30-year fate, double down on your monthly payments. You don't have to opt for an official change to a 10-year or 15-year plan, but increase your payments beyond the monthly minimum. Continue to up your monthly payments as you're able to, and make it a priority to pay off your house fast. Once you eliminate your mortgage payments, you've got an extra $2,000 or so every month to allocate elsewhere. Thanks for watching Cerebral Life, the channel where you learn more and improve your life. See you next time.